Okay, the data below shows prices and quantities of commodities consumed by a household in 2021 and 2022. Using 2020 as the base year, I believe it should be 2021 as the base year. Calculate the following indices interpreting your result in each case using Laaspyres quantity index, Paasche quantity index, and Fischers price index. Okay. So first things first, locate your base year. So our base year is 2021. A base year is just a year of reference. Okay, colleagues, when you hear the word base year, it's just the year of reference because we're going to be comparing the price changes in relation to the base year. All right. So the first thing that we need to do for this question, we need to make a table like this. It is 2021. So for the base year, the price for the base year, you label it as PO. The quantity for the base year, QO. Okay, we've got goods that we're looking at, printing paper, envelopes, and pens. Want to measure inflation here. Okay, so for your base year, the price, PO, quantity, QO. For the other year which you're going to be comparing, all right, the price you label it as P1 and the quantity is Q1. Okay, so after you do that, colleagues, after you've labeled PO, QO, P1, Q1, you're going to just be multiplying the price times quantity. Okay, so in this first column here, as you can see, we're multiplying the price of the base year times the quantity of the base year, meaning 1.54 times 80. Let's get our calculator so we make sure that everything is accurate. 1.54 times 80, what do we get? Okay, for envelopes, 2 times 35, 70, right? 0.58 times 15, 8.7. Okay, and you get the total. 123.2 plus 70 plus 8.7. What do we get? Okay. Any questions? Let me just put this down so that life is made easy. So in the first column, we're multiplying price of base year times quantity of base year. Okay, so in the next column, we're going to now multiply the price of the base year by the quantity of the other year. Okay, as you can see, PO times Q1. Okay, the price of the base year multiplied by the quantity of the other year. What is it doing here? Just align this. Okay, I'll do the alignments later. Yes. So PO times Q1. Okay. So these prices are going to multiply it by these quantities for 2002. The prices for 2021, you multiplied them by the quantities of 2022. Okay. So you're going to say 1.54 multiplied by 72. What do we get? Let me highlight them in yellow so that we see what we do. Okay. 2 times 40, 8. Okay. 0.58 times 15. Okay, you total them up. 110.88 plus 80 plus 8.7. Yes, 110.88 plus 8 plus 8.7. Let me check, maybe 199.58. Okay. Okay, so as you notice, colleagues, here, we're just multiplying prices times quantity. Okay, price times quantity. It's just that we'll be interchanging with years. Okay. If we look at column 3, now we're now multiplying the price of 2022 multiplied by the quantity of the base year. Okay. So these prices for 2022 are multiplying by these quantities here for 2021. Okay. So 80 times 1.65. Okay. 35 times 1.75. You cause heart attacks, madam. People have submitted already. Some people have submitted already. 15 times 0.62. Okay, we get the totals. 132 plus 61.25 plus 9.3. Okay, so as you have just seen, we're just multiplying price times quantity. Okay, in the final row, the price of 2022 times the quantity of 2022. Okay, so 1.65 times 72, 1.75 times 40, 0.62 times 15, when you total these three up, what do we get? Okay. So, colleagues, this is the first thing that you need to do. Okay. Multiply the price for each year by its quantity, then the price for each year by the quantity for the other year. All right. Then you get the totals. Any questions? Okay, we can now find the price indices. The good thing is this formula will be given to you in the exam. Okay, so this question, if you see it, head for it. Okay, so Laaspyres price index is the summation of P1 times QO, okay, the price of 2022 multiplied by the quantity of 2021, divided by the summation of PO times QO times 100. Now note, this 100 which I'm multiplying by, it's not a percentage. Okay, it is not a percentage. I'll explain once we get the answer. So the summation of P1QO, P1QO, this one 202.55 divided by the summation of POQO, POQ summation 201.9. So 202.55 divided by 201.19, what do we get? 202.55 divided by 201.9. What do we get? You get 1.0032. This multiplied by 100.32. Are we all getting these values? Okay, so now this is what it means. So usually the index number for the base here is 100. Okay, so you're going to say 100.32 minus the index number for this is giving us the percent change basically. Okay, the index number for the base here is 100 always. Okay, so you're going to do 100.32 minus 100. What do we get? 0.32, not 0.032. 0.32. So it means prices increased by 32%. So that's where you hear the inflation level in Zambia is this percent. So that's what this 100.32 is telling us prices have increased by 32%. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Huh? 201. Yes, yes, yes. Because the index numbers are in the hundreds or in the 90s or below there. So when multiplied by 100, this is an index number now, 100.32. So now this 100, yes, then whatever index number you get, you're going to compare it against the base year. The index number for a base year is always 100. These index numbers are used to see percent changes. So as you can see here, when we did 100.32 minus 100, we got 0.32. So what it's telling us, that price level has increased by 32%. Yes, there was another question. Yes. This. Uh, yes. That's pairs. Madam, it can even be like you can even write it like this. Okay, it doesn't matter how you write it. Okay, madam. Yeah. But just to the way you see it represented is like this: IL index number plus pairs. How many marks will you lose? So you lose 5 marks because that part they've said interpret, so you lose 5 marks. And if you're bordering a D and a C, they'll give you a P. They'll give you a P. You'll be excused for missing that 100. They'll feel sorry. So this is the answer. Then the interpretation starts from here now. Okay, your answer has to be this one. Okay, then for you to interpret, as I said, always remember this, colleagues. The index number for a base year is always 100, and these index numbers help us to do percent changes. Okay, yes. So if you forget to do this side, you might lose some marks because you haven't interpreted. Okay. All right. Now Paasche's index number. Okay. IP here. Summation of P1 over Q1 divided by summation of PO over Q1. Colleagues, can you remember this formula by heart? Q1, Q1, that's 198.1. Then P O Q Q1, it's 199.58. Yes. So 198.1 divided by 199.58, what value do we get? Times 100. Maybe okay, 0.993. Oh, when 993 times 100, that's 99.3. Okay. So compared to the base here, 99.3 minus 100, what do we get? So according to Paasche's index, prices have dropped by 0.7 by 70%. Just hold on, colleagues. Actually, here it's by 0.32%, and here it's by 0.7%. By 0.7%. Yes. So prices have dropped by 0.7%. Any questions, colleagues? Yes, it has dropped. Once you get any number, any index number less than 100, that's a drop. Anything above 100, it's an increase. After you just, what you're saying at the 100, say your question again. And this 100, this one here, right? Because this 100 is putting whatever answer you get in an index number form. Okay. Because if you left it at 0.993 and you compare it against the base here, which index number is 100, it will be a very wide gap. So this 100, which is here, you're putting it as an index number. You're putting your final answer as an index number. So this 99.3 is an index number. So once you get your index number, then you compare it against the base year's index number to get your percent change. Is that okay, sir? Yes. That's why we're multiplying it by this 100 here, because because your final answer, you're going to get it as a decimal. So that decimal, you convert it into an index number. All right. Then you compare now against the base year. So this 100 here, which is the base year's index number, this 100 here. It's not this same 100 here. No, this is the 100 for the base year. Any other questions? Before we go to Fisher's price index. So for Fisher's price, mm-hmm, you are gone. You are gone. Not, not even a miracle can save you there. Yeah. But I believe with this table, because remember, you just multiply in P times Q. Unless maybe, yeah, when you're multiplying your P times Q and you get wrong answers there, then there it will be bad. Okay. And also, if you switch, yes, madam. Yes, madam, go ahead. Yes. No, there's no quantity index, madam. Quantity index. Where is quantity index here? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, price. These are price. It's all of them. It's a typo, madam. There's no quantity. Yes, this is measuring inflation, and inflation is about prices. Oh, it's a typo error. Okay, because in macroeconomics and you only see price indices. Okay. Yes. Thank you for pointing that out, madam. Because someone, maybe another day you try to read, then you see this, you get confused now. And I start getting calls at 23 hours. Sir, what's happening here? I've received calls 24 hours. Someone is studying. Sir, you said this, I'm seeing this there. Like, yes. Madam, thank you for that. Okay. Thank you for that. Okay. Okay. So for Fischers, it's just the square root of um, Laaspyres multiplied by Paasche's index, the price indices, when there are two, it's indices. So for Fisher, we got 100.32. For Paasche's, we got 99.3. So 100.32 multiplied by 99.3. What do we get? 9961 point was like this. Square root of 9,961.776 was the square root. pips. $99.8. Okay. Are there any decimals? $808. Okay, so we just put in 99.8. 808. Okay, so 99.8 minus the index number for the base here, 100. What do we get? Yes. Okay, so prices have dropped by 0.2%. And that's how it is done. Any questions?